Hey everyone, Jeff St Laurent here, and I'm going to go behind the scenes with you right now and show you what I do on a daily basis, multiple times a day, in order to effectively grow my business. And this is the stuff that you can do. It's stuff that works and you can get results from. All you need to know first, what is your message, and where's your audience located? So I use Facebook as my primary social platform, and I always recommend people to choose a primary social platform. You could do a lot of different ones, you could have a few of them, etc. But I'm a big advocate of simplifying and just focusing and just blowing it up. And so I work with coaches and obviously assisting them to create a full-time business and take that leap from a part-time hobby to a full-time career, and working with them all aspects of their business. My specialty in really working with them is helping them grow it, but also the selling aspect, and that's kind of like my hook and what makes me unique in terms of my approach and how I work with people as well. But this is something that I do, and so you can do this. So you basically, I within Facebook am a member of different groups where my target market is. So you want to find groups where your target market is and become a member of those groups if we're using Facebook, for instance, right? And so now when people post in the group, I get notifications in my email. And what you're looking at right here, this is actually in my inbox currently. And this whole situation that I'm going to go through literally just happened within the last hour. So this is real live stuff, and I'll show you how it works. I'm going to take you through step by step real quick here. So you're going to go, you're going to get those notifications in your inbox. For instance, here it's from Facebook. And this is from one of the groups that I'm a part of. And so I always read through these on a daily basis, multiple times a day. And sometimes you get a lot of notifications, so a lot of them just don't relate to you. But what I look for is what are the threads that people are posting where they have questions that are relevant to me and what I can help them with. So my intention with this is to purely help people and expect nothing in return. And as a result of that, you never know what's going to be created. So with this particular one right here, basically this woman made a post, and she's like, hey, I'm a newly grad from this school, I'm a new coach, and basically she's been having a lot of complimentary sessions, and many times her clients have told her that it was too expensive. Basically they're saying, I don't have the money, and she doesn't know how to respond to them. She thinks she has a very fair price for coaching, she doesn't want to lower her price, but basically I don't know how to react or what to say, and she wants some help with this. So when I see something like this, I'm like, oh wow, this is something I can definitely assist her with. I think of two things. First, I think, what content have I already created currently that I'm using that I could refer this person to? Or secondly, what content could I create right now for this person? And then once I actually create that content and post it in the thread wherever I'm posting it, and here it's Facebook, I will then take that written content, and I'll either keep it as a written format, I can turn it into a video, I can repurpose it somehow, and I'll take that content and I will use it. I will make a blog post out of it. I'll do something maybe in my private Facebook group. Maybe I'll do a phone call on it, or most certainly easily I can just take it and paste it with a picture and put it on my Facebook page as a post. So that's how I the two different avenues. In this situation, I had happened to do a Tuesday night call, actually two of them. It was a two-part call on how to handle the money objection. And so I'm like, wow, this would be an incredible resource for this person. So basically, I'll show you the steps that I took, and I'll go through them since I've already done them. So I click, view on Facebook. It takes me over to Facebook. It takes me over to the page. And if you notice, this is the original thread that we just saw from the email. And before I actually respond to it, I will actually go down, and if anyone else has responded, I'll just kind of skim through some of their replies to kind of see what people are saying. And then I'll go here and I'll show you exactly what my reply was. So basically I said, hey, Anna Chen, and I tagged the person just to make sure that they get notified for it. And I said, this boils down to what you do to qualify people before you offer or have the complimentary session. And then, like this woman Tara pointed out above, I said, it's all about them not seeing the value, because this woman up here said basically it's them not seeing the value of coaching. So anyone else, the reason I take the time just to kind of read through the thread and what else people have said or posted is because I like to edify people and saying like, yeah, like they're doing a good job or you're getting some good information. If someone gave them, bogus information, I wouldn't point that out, but I like to, incorporate other people in well and make it feel like more of community, because the whole intention here is to help people. So again, I said it's all about them not seeing the value, and I say it's never about the money, and I say pay attention to this language. If you care to check it out, I have a 2-part call in detail going through this specifically, how to handle the money objection. If you take the time to listen, it will help out tremendously. Now, my intention here is not to sell her anything, not to push her into anything, or just shoving my material in her face. If you notice, I say, if you care to check it out, I don't want to say, hey, check this out, or you definitely should listen to this. Again, that's not necessarily a bad approach, but I like to take the approach of just saying, like, hey, if you care to check it out, it kind of leaves it up in the air, and it kind of gives them the power of choice. And that's the specifics with that language. Here's what I have. And if you see here, I say, if you take the time to listen, which I spelled listen wrong, it will help out tremendously. So I do like to show some confidence there in my material and saying, hey, if you do take the time to listen, it will help you out tremendously. So showing that is really important. And then, of course, I posted the link. I went to my website and I specifically posted the link to that call. I didn't post a link to my website, so she'd have to navigate and find it, or even just a link to my university, and she'd have to scroll through and find it from there. I just posted the actual link, which takes her right to that specific page. Now, just to give you a preview of these replies, these replies happen pretty quickly right afterwards. She's like, oh, cool, thanks for the video. I'm going to watch it right now. A little heart, which is cool. And I replied right back, awesome. Just know each part is an hour. Love to hear how it helps. And she said, hey, I'll keep updated. So typically when I do this, I will hover over the person's name, for instance, in Facebook. Now we are currently friends, but before we weren't friends. So what I will do is I will click that button, which will say, send a friend request. So I sent a friend request over to her, which now obviously she has accepted, so now we're friends. Additionally, what I will do is I will click on the message and I will send them a message. So actually you're going to go over to the message screen, which I already have popped up here. And this is already done out, over the last hour or so. So I wanted to kind of show you how it played out. So once I sent a friend request, I then replied and I said, hey, I just replied to your question in the IPEC group. I saw you were going to listen to the call now. Please, if you have any questions, I would absolutely love to help. All you have to do is ask. So I want to let this person know, like in a private message, like basically like, hey, I saw your question. She obviously knows I saw it and she knows that was going on, but now I want to get it a little bit more personal. I want to, bring her into my world and just kind of make it more of a one-on-one at this point. I said, please, if you have any questions, I'd absolutely love to help. All you do is ask. So I'm just inviting her to say, hey, like I'm basically here for you. And as you can see, a couple minutes later, she wrote right back, hey, thanks for sharing the video. It's valuable content. I couldn't find anything like that online about it. I'll ask my questions if I have any. So awesome. And then what is it, 6 minutes later, she's like, not finished the video, but I've already had a mini breakthrough. And, I'm right on top of this. I'm like, awesome, I'd love to hear it. She's, of course. And, she basically just went on, to share, that she's been, people are saying this, she's been hearing it so much, and some situations that have gone on with her. And, and just sharing more about her breakthrough. And it's really cool to kind of see this energy, and I can tell she's really excited about learning. So I wrote back like 4 minutes later and basically, I'm excited for you, and I can tell you're serious about getting better at this, and you already are. Keep listening, it's fun. Getting to the real reason is our job. So if you notice, I'm not pushing, I'm not trying to like sell her anything. I'm not saying, hey, come over to my private Facebook group, join my database, or have you subscribed to my list yet? Like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm just helping her, and I'm excited for her. And of course, she replies back a few minutes later, oh, thank you so much. I understand now that when they bring up the money objection, it's resonating with our lack of confidence in our coaching pricing as well. And it was one of her own beliefs that was limiting her. And she's got this excuse so often that she has to break through it. And so now if you notice this, what I did was I'm like, it does relate back to our confidence in our pricing as well. And I said, hey, not to overwhelm you with information, but I've got another call, which I, pasted the link below, which I did on how to set pricing and structure for your coaching packages. Because I just want to show her, I'm like, hey, I got this, baby. I'm like, I have a lot of great resources for you, and I'm pointing to those things which I know she would find valuable. Because remember, our customers or potential customers, it's all about the value, which is hence what she's asking and why she's getting this objection. So I want to show you that I want to show her the value, but I'm not doing it in a way that's pushy or shoving it down her throat. It's only because I'm seeing very clearly that she has a need and the timing for it's right now. And I just said, hey, you know what? There's lots of great resources on my university, so have fun and enjoy. I love your energy. I can feel it through your words. You're more than welcome. And there's the link right there. And she basically said, cool, I'll check it out. Thanks so much. Got to go. I'm late for an appointment. So this is kind of the quick process that I wanted to take you through. And if you notice, I didn't say, invite her over to my private Facebook group, or I didn't say, did you get my free offer, blah, blah, blah. What I'm going to do and follow up with this is I'll see if she responds to me over the next few days or so. And then over to the left here, I have a bunch of, if I just scroll down, I mean, I could just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And these are people that I keep in my messages, and these are people that have joined my private Facebook group, signed up for my free offer, etc. And I engage with these people, and then I will keep them in that thread until I've engaged with them a little bit more, because I want to get to know people. But I will follow up with her, in a few days, and I'll just say, hey, just checking in. Did you end up finishing the calls? I want to kind of hold her accountable in some ways for that. And at that point, if she hasn't already, which I'd be surprised if she hasn't subscribed to my email list, if I go to my website, go to the landing page, there's a place to subscribe to my free offer. So grab your free gifts right here, subscribe to my offer, and then on my coaching page, there's not only at the top, but also here, it's check out my private Facebook group as well. There's plenty of places where she can check out that stuff, and usually what happens is I'll find them over in my private Facebook group, or I'll see a notification in my email saying, hey, so-and-so just subscribed, downloaded your free offer right there. And just to give you an idea, using this process that I kind of went through right here this week, like I said, I do this all the time. I did this with somebody, and they actually hired me as a coach. Like literally, this happened within a day. I replied to the thread. I got a message back. I replied to that message. We created a little bit of dialogue, had the complete coaching session the next day, and she hired me. So this stuff does work, and I wanted to share this with you, and hopefully this has helped you out tremendously. The biggest thing that you've got to do now is do this on a regular basis. This is the kind of actions that are revenue producing that we need to be doing in our business. Engaging with people and creating new relationships with no expectations. For more great tips like this, you can visit my website, sellingcoaching.com, under the university, or you can join my private Facebook group. Just check out the link below, and I'd love to see you over there.